All right, this episode we are going to talk about software wallets, hardware wallets, and we actually got to interview a project that's working on a software wallet, so we'll check that out as well. Here we go. Let's go. Things are looking good. The market sentiment seems to be getting a little bit better. People seem to be happy. We got Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, talking about Lightning networks are definitely coming to the Cash App. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So
Facebook acquiring a blockchain company.
So there's positive sentiment. I think, I don't know if we've hit the bottom, but things seem to really be, looking up and just slowly thawing out. It's going to be a long recovery from this bear market, but it seems like things are moving in the right direction. So
definitely.
Today we're going to talk about a pretty important subject, hardware wallets and software wallets. There's a lot of different ones out there. It's important to kind of do your own research and ask a lot of good questions and kind of dig into what makes them different and kind of the difference between a hardware and a software wallet. I guess we should just start with that real quick. So.
Yeah, basically, this is physical.
Yeah.
And you hold it in your hand. This is a Nano Ledger, and this is a Cool Wallet, which are both hardware wallets, which are physical, which you own in your possession.
Right, where basically a software wallet is just more of a program where you would either go onto a website or download an app and you set up your account and then you have your account there online with a piece of software, aka a software wallet, where you still do hold...
Most similar to like a bank account, what people are familiar with.
Sure. The important thing to know is with both hardware and software wallets, you will typically, with most software wallets, hold your own private keys and still have to keep track of those. So that's still better and safer than having them on an exchange, but not quite as secure as having it what they call cold storage, meaning, totally separated from the internet.
Off the network.
And like he said, there's a lot of different software wallets out there. Jax is a popular one. The Edge wallet's really cool that we were talking to just recently.
And we also got to interview one at World CryptoCon as well.
Yeah, it was actually one of the first and probably more popular ones on with the EOS tokens on the EOS blockchain. So we had a chance to sit down with them and ask some questions. So here, check that out and let us know what you think. First EOS wallet built for everyday use.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's unique about this? It's a software wallet?
Software wallet, yes.
Okay.
So really in mind, we built this thing so that everyone can use it. We're getting away from the mentality of by developers for developers.
Okay.
And we're trying to break the barriers so that, truly in your everyday life, you can use crypto.
Right.
So, we're working on a few different things such as getting integrations done on e-commerce websites so you can buy merchandise online with that. We're also working on integrations right now where you can go into a physical shop and purchase with crypto using our app as well.
So how would that work? Explain that to me.
So we can't really say 100% because it's not done yet.
Okay.
But ideally, there's a total, and then there would be a QR code that's scanned, and you just scan it on your phone, and then the money gets sent pretty much instantly.
So you're doing partnerships with brick and mortar stores already?
We're in talks with them.
Okay.
Nothing's locked in.
And like major retailers, like nationwide kind of
So
stuff?
if everything works out like we're hoping, it wouldn't even have to necessarily be a direct partnership with the retailer. It would all just happen on our own.
Well, how do you get the QR code on the product?
The QR code would be on the app itself, and we would there's a company that we're talking to that would basically provide that for us, that already has a partnership.
Okay. So if it's me, I'm walking into the store, I've got the EOS Lynx software wallet, and I'm walking into like a grocery store is what you're saying, and I want to pay with some of my EOS tokens.
Yeah.
I get whatever product I want from the store.
Yep.
Go up to the cash register.
Yep.
And I do what?
You find that retailer on your phone, you select them, you get a QR code and you scan it, and that's one of the possible ways that we're looking at. There's another approach that we might do where a store themselves would have some sort of POS system.
Right.
And on the total, there's a QR code that pops up. We scan that QR code, and that would have an EOS address attached to it, and we just send the money to that address.
I think that's the easier route.
Potentially, the problem is having to change software for POS systems and rearrange that stuff. So it's it's a balancing game as to what stores are willing to do.
And so what your target is more, like what type of stores are you targeting? Like,
We're, coffee shops, to start, t-shirt and clothing stores, stuff like that.
because that's why I asked, if you were going the restaurant kind of route, that is a lot easier to get into their POS systems, and maybe you partner with like a DoorDash.
Yeah.
Who that's literally what they do is they're building out a network of all those POS systems, and now if you buy on DoorDash, now you can pay with your EOS, and they just plug you right in, and it's great for DoorDash because it's something else to market to their millennial generation, and it's great for crypto users because they use DoorDash all the time, and now they can pay immediately for all that different stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
There's a few different approaches that we're taking, and we're just kind of taking it one step at a time.
Right.
Right now, we're just truly focusing on getting as many partnerships as we can, so that you don't just get to watch your crypto go up and down all day. You actually have a utility for it. You have a use for it that you can use.
Yeah, no, that's cool. How long have you guys been doing this?
So we started on this project in the middle of June and released the wallet towards the end of June.
Okay.
Since then, we've had over 14,000 paid accounts created on our apps. And then that's not including all the people who've imported their accounts as well. We're doing, I think this week, in less than 3 days, we did 1,000 new accounts.
Wow, congratulations, dude.
thank
So
you.
you guys are having a good show then.
Yeah, we're happy.
Very cool. Well, I think it's an interesting product. I'll definitely, monitor it, keep staying in touch, and see kind of how it goes. I own some EOS, so.
Yeah, we're coming out with a big UI overhaul for iOS next week, and then the other devices should follow too.
Okay, cool. Well, where's the best place for people to get more information?
Yeah, EOSLynx.com.
Okay, well, check it out, EOSLynx.com. So any other features within this software wallet that you want to mention?
Yeah, so in the next couple of weeks, we'll be coming out with a decentralized exchange.
Oh, very cool.
As well as a platform where you can purchase a stablecoin using your own bank account, and then you'll get that stablecoin right in your wallet, and you can just bring that stablecoin onto an exchange and get, BET tokens or EOS and other stuff too.
That's really interesting.
As you can see, they're pretty early in the process. It looks really cool. The user interface is great. It looks really clean and simple to use. It'll be interesting to see kind of what kind of progress they make with the different e-commerce stores. A built-in decentralized exchange is always nice. That's something the Cool Wallet has as well, which is kind of cool with a hardware wallet that has that. A lot of wallets are trying to incorporate that, obviously, just for usability and
Convenience.
Yeah, to be able to transfer between all the different tokens and things like that. So that's nice. An EOS stablecoin, of course, will also be interesting if they get that built in there. So, it'll be a fun one to keep our eye on.
Even though everything looks nice and everything's good, when you start asking them hard questions, you're like, we're still working on it. We don't know how this is going to evolve yet or turn into something. So, they're all relatively new and trying to figure out what the customer wants. They're trying to figure out what we want and make us the best wallet. You know what I mean?
And trying to figure out what works, really.
Yeah.
Like, when you're standing there in real life in a grocery store, how's it convenient? How's it going to be quick and easy to use? I mean, it's one thing for us to be able to look certain stuff up on our phone, but, how's it going to work for, your typical everyday user who maybe isn't quite as tech savvy,
Yeah.
And it's everybody's still trying to figure out how to make that right application to make this easier for the everyday user. So it's fun for us to kind of play with them and see which ones are better than others. These guys were really nice guys. We really appreciate them, giving us the time to answer our questions, because we really try to do that as much as we can get to project creators or developers or builders and ask them questions. That helps us feel a lot more confident in which projects we're getting involved in. So that's always something really important to do.
So definitely just keep asking questions. Go on Google, research everything you can. If you're interested in it, you can find an answer, especially on Reddit, on Twitter, on anything, any social media. You can get to a lot of these people that are working on these projects.
Yeah, actually, one of our favorite quotes is "The power to question is the basis of all human progress" by Indira Gandhi, and that really sums it all up. Like, the more you question, the more you learn, the more you take in, the more you have a chance to grow both what you know and your kind of information on how you can make decisions.
Speaking of questions, ask us a question. Throw us a comment and ask us a question. We'll answer it.
Yeah, let us know what kind of stuff you want to get into. I think some more on software and hardware wallets would be fun, but we'll see.
We will. We're going to get into these detailed hardware wallets and how to set them up soon. So until then, We'll see you next time. We're out.
Young, dumb, and broke. Young,